Bingo! It's time for our first review game over the internets, the interwebs. So here we go. We're going to play some bingo. If you remember, we did this in class, so this shouldn't be too hard to remember. But here's my problem is I want to point at things, and I'm going to describe them as best I can. And then I probably will throw in arrows where it doesn't make sense. So online learning, you know? Okay, so here are what you do, the rules. You print off the bingo sheet. So I will have a bingo sheet in the assignment section in your Canvas. So I got a really good suggestion, just barely, from Ashley Coons. Thank you. When I get suggestions from students, I'm going to try and incorporate as many as I can, make this experience better for all of us. So in the announcement section, I think that's where we'll start, and I'll just say, here's where we're going with this. Hopefully I know, because this has been weird for everybody. But we are going to go ahead and do bingo today, which means if there's a review game, guess what's coming next time? It's a test. It'll be an online test. There'll be a code. It'll be timed. You'll have to know your stuff. It's going to be great. So it's all lower extremity. The good news is the way I think it's planned out, we can't go anywhere, so study, because remember, tests are 4D. That's 4D% of your grade. So in college, which this is a college class, especially science and math, expect that to be 100% of the grade. So this is a really good time to really hone in your test taking skills. So print off the bingo sheet. You're gonna have a free space in the middle that has some kind of lower extremity picture on it. And you will fill in the words from the slide that's coming. It'll look like this. You have to fill it in before you watch the video, because if you don't, that's called cheating. So I will give clues. So I have definitions here. You'll see me reading some of the definitions from the paper. And the only reason I would do that is just to give you a little bit more specific clue when I'm showing you pictures that I can't even point at because I'm on a computer screen. So I'll give the clues. I'll try to flag it with some kind of an arrow on the screen. And what you have to do is time to your first bingo. So the first or the top 3 bingos will send me, I'm hoping this is something you guys even care about, but you guys will send in like a 30-second clip of you doing something funny and weird, PG rated, no more than PG rated, but something fun that would be a good pick-me-up in the middle of one of our educational videos. That way we can kind of incorporate the class a little bit better. So that's the way it's gonna go. Here are the words. So I'll give you some time to go ahead and fill this in. Do not go on with the video until you've filled in your bingo sheet. Okay, so here we go. We're gonna start on this picture, and I'm gonna have you look at the picture on the far right. And just judging on the basis of this picture, we've got one that's kind of straight, one that's a little crookedy, and another one that's a little crookedy. We're looking at the picture on your right. So that picture on your right is experiencing what type of force? Okay. I'm gonna go to picture number 2. Okay. Ooh, that's a good one. I like this picture. So we've got the thigh muscles on your left, and we're going to go ahead and go all the way to your left, and you'll see we've got the lumbar spine, the sacrum, the coccyx, and then we've got the hip flexor muscles coming down. You can see the longest muscle of the body, I'm pointing at it, but you can't see that, is the sartorius. It attaches clear up here on the hip and it crosses over in front of this muscle. So we're looking at the far left picture. It's the front of the thigh, and this muscle actually is a group of 4 muscles. What is that muscle group? Okay, number 3, we're going to stick here for a couple seconds. We're going to go to the middle picture. So left one with the sacrum we were just on, then we see that side view with the glorious gluteus maximus, if I might add, and then we're going to be on the 3rd picture, so the very middle one of the screen. So right thigh posterior view. What is that group called on the posterior thigh, it causes knee flexion when contracted. Okay, number 4. Sticking here, we're going to go down over to the bones. And now I have numbers, so this is going to work out beautifully. So I want you to tell me, what is number 1? Man, I've been super easy with these so far. The hard ones, they're coming. Okay, number 5, let's go with number 2. That's the rock skipper. That's the kneecap. What do you suppose that is? Do you need me to read them off? So far we've got a varus force, quads, hamstrings, femur, patella. Okay, we're gonna go through like 25 of them, which means you have a lot of extra vocabulary to go over, which is fine. You're golden. You'll win. I know you will, because we have time, and all you want to do, I know all you want to do is study. Okay, number 6. Let's go to a different slide because I don't want to stay on the same. We're going to go backwards and forwards. Pretty muscle. I love the muscles. You know, my favorite's this one, but this is also a pretty muscle. So you're looking at the far right muscle. It's bifurcated at the top. It attaches down on the Achilles tendon. It's the superficial calf muscle. It's called the gastrocnemius. We're going to stick there because you can see right directly under the gastrocnemius, same picture, deep calf muscle. That one sitting just directly underneath the gastrocnemius is the soleus. Soleus. Okay, let's see, number 8. Let's stick here. So now we're going to go, I think, over there, depending on where my picture lands. So we're going to be on the transverse cut of the leg, and I want you to think of what type of injury would affect maybe the tibialis anterior, which is in that little cut. I'm trying to see where we've got it. It's all blurry. Or the tibialis posterior. I can't even read that. I hope it's a little bit like straighter for you. Maybe I need to do that for you. Tibialis posterior, tibialis anterior. If it's the anterior, we can ice massage it. If it's the posterior, Kevin Ware's injury. Okay, so that's gonna be the we said shin splint, so we could say medial tibial stress syndrome. Medial tibial stress syndrome, or shin splints is the way we usually talk about it. Going back, no, forward. Let's go with that large picture on the right. The large picture on the right is going to be the medial aspect of the ankle. And there's kind of one triangular shaped ligament. If you have a pretty good eversion sprain, this one's going to go. And you should remember, we have a muscle that's named the same thing. The pretty muscle is named the same thing. It's the deltoid ligament. Okay, number 10. We're going to stick on this page. I want you to tell me, what is number 1 in that upper right corner? And also number 11, let's go with number 2. Okay, so I'm keeping track. That's what I keep writing, is I want to make sure keeping this straight so we know when you send in a picture of your card. I'll be like, those weren't in order. Okay, so 10 was talus, 11 is calcaneus. So those are the only 2 tarsal bones I'm going to hold you accountable for. There are a bunch of others, 5 others, but you know that they're tarsals, and if you know there's a talus and a calcaneus and where they sit, you're just golden. Okay, let's go to the bottom picture, bottom left. And now we're on the medial side of the ankle. Sorry, the lateral side of the ankle. We were on the medial side on this one. So the lateral side of the ankle, there is a ligament that is connecting the heel bone, which is the calcaneus, with the fibula. What is the name of that boy? Do you know? It's going to be the calcaneofibular ligament. Keeping you straight over here. Okay, so let's go to bones again. I want you to tell me bones, 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 bones. Let's go number 8. Number 8. They are the phalanges. Phalanges. Okay. Here. Oh, the knee. We got to go into the knee for sure. And maybe we'll go back and forth from this one right here, because the forces matter, don't they? To this one. Okay. So I want you to tell me, what is letter D? Letter D in this picture is, dun dun dun, that's the LCL, lateral collateral ligament. So letter D, it's connecting up on the femur. I'm pointing at it. You can't tell, but I know what I'm talking about. The femur down to the fibula, that's the LCL. So let's go with letter M. And with letter M, I'm going to go back to this one. And I want you to look at the force that is going toward the midline. And kind of think of like, which ligament is supposed to stop that from happening? So we're going to come here again. Which one's on the medial side? Letter M. And that, my friends, is the MCL. So that's the medial collateral ligament. So 2 lateral ligaments are on the sides there. Let's go with letter K on this one. This one goes pretty easy. I want to say, I can't remember who was talking about their ACL this year. A lot of kids lose this guy. So I can't think of who it was that I was talking to this year. Okay, so let's go to the large shin bone, which is number 3. What is the large shin bone called? And number 18. We're going to get like 7 more here, and then you can keep playing if you want. Remember to record your time of your first bingo, and we'll see if we need to go to like, maybe we should do first bingo and second bingo, because maybe we'll have to do tiebreakers. And maybe we'll just have to end up taking turns if you guys want to, or maybe none of you want to be in a video. That'd be kind of sad. All right, so let's go to number 7. Tell me what number 7 is on this one. They are foot bones. Up here, they were called the metacarpals. What were they called in the foot? Okay, we've got like 6 more. I was going to go to 25. I know we have like, if you look at the Quizlet that I've made for you, there's like 55 terms. And if you kind of pay attention to what's in the notes, what's in the notes is going to be like most important. But the Quizlet can help you just memorize stuff. There's some games you can play on there, which I'd play the games. That helps. Okay, so let's go to let's go to the distal end of the fibula. There's a little outcropping that forms here we go. That forms your ankle. Did you see that? Yeah, stuff I did for kids. Okay, so 19, that's going to be the lateral malleolus. You know what we need to go to? We haven't even talked about the pillows of the knee. Let's go to letter E on this picture. Letter E is one of the pillows of the knee. Which one is it? It's the lateral meniscus. Okay, let's go rapid fire. Whoosh. Letter J on this one. Letter J. She's the one that's thick, boy. Okay, so there you go. PCL. And 22. I actually want to give you a bone marking, I think. So this, we're going to go lower left picture in this one. So you can see the peroneal muscles that are in basically the lateral compartment of the lower leg. I want you to look just below the patella in that picture. On the tibia, there's a bump on the proximal end of that bone where the patellar tendon attaches. What is that bump? I hope I put that in there. If I didn't, whoopsie. You guys are like, she didn't even put that in there. It's the tibial tuberosity. So Good thing I gave you a free space. I don't think I put that one in there. Okay, next one. Let's go to joints. I want you to tell me. I gotta find an ankle. Okay, you can see bones, and we're gonna go top left. And you can see number 2 is the calcaneus, number 1 is the talus. What is the joint between the talus and the calcaneus? Remember, a joint is where any 2 bones come together. Okay. So that is the subtalar joint. Okay, then 24. What am I gonna do let's go with the foot. We're gonna go with the foot again. And well, here I have a hand. I'm gonna have some bones here in a minute, but not yet. I do have this weird hand. Aw, that's cute. Remember, my favorite phalange is this one. Whoopsie. Sends a really strong message when you're driving. Okay, so in the hand, we had some bones here. This thing is so fun to play with. I got it at, I want to say it was at that one weird store, that Swedish store that has, you have to go on a path and there's furniture all over it. They just have weird stuff sometimes, and I was like, I need this hand. So I got it. Okay, so I wish I had a foot, but the foot and the hand are similar in the way that we name it. So remember, we have wrist bones here, carpals. Those 7 bones for your ankle are tarsals. And then we have hand bones here. These are metacarpals. And we get to the foot bones. Those are metatarsals. Okay, so they're named the same. I want you to actually think of this as what we talk about with the foot. And I want you to tell me the joint. We called it the money knuckle up here. So this is the metacarpophalangeal joint, or MP, or sometimes MCP. And in the foot, it's named very similar. So remember, we have foot bones. So look at, let's go number, is there a number for that? You can see on the left top picture. Sorry, this is kind of confusing. But left top picture, there's that big bone circled on the big thumb toe. Those bones are the foot bones. They're the metatarsals, and they're meeting up. Pretending this is a foot. The metatarsals are meeting up with the phalanges. So what do you suppose that would be called? It's the MTP or MP, sometimes with the metatarsal phalangeal joint. And I also want you to tell me for the very last one, what is the injury that you get at the MP or MTP joint of the big toe? What is that one called, that injury? It's called turf toe. So that is bingo. So I need you to study and study so much. And this might take longer than 40 minutes this time because it's a college class. I need you to really focus on this material, hone it in. So you have resources on Canvas. Your lower extremity notes are there. The lower extremity video is linked still there. If you lose any of those links, it's on YouTube. So you can find it on YouTube. I think you can just search my name and you're good. But hope everything's good for you. And we're all getting used to our timeout. So we'll see you soon.